over the weekend, I made a video in regards to Anheuser-Busch's complete and total fumbling of the bag when it comes to their public relations resuscitation efforts in a post-Mulvaney world, and how they're completely and totally ignoring their normal consumer base and a few different areas that they can improve on if they're hoping to recover any of their lost profits. And well, it looks like they're trying to resuscitate themselves in a way that would definitely be amenable to whoever's left drinking the product. Bud Light tries to distance itself from the culture wars. Oh, that's very important, because when you decide to wade dick first into those contemptuous waters, it never ends up going well for these big corporations. So, okay, they're trying to do that. After Dylan Mulvaney fiasco, as it announces a $3 million in scholarships for families of America's fallen. Well, that sounds like a hell of a cause that you're supporting right there. It's something that literally everybody can get behind, okay? Supporting the families left behind by these never-ending wars, which you might not support the wars themselves, but the soldiers who get taken out in the line of duty, I've got nothing but respect for them, okay? Even as anti-war as I am. And yeah, the people that are left behind to mourn their losses, taking care of them, should be something that's done by this terrible government. But, you know, if we're just going to be here discussing shoulds, woulds, and coulds, well, I'm sure Anheuser-Busch still thinks that you should be buying their product regardless of what they do to you. And if you would just forget about Dylan Mulvaney, we could all just go back to a point in time where everybody would just sit back and relax with the Bud Light. But that's just not the world that we live in. So yeah, it of course once again relies on free markets and charities to go ahead and support the people that are in a time of need, and a company actually doing something good in regards to that. And it's not a organization that Bud Light has tried to wrap itself in order to get out of this current line of controversy it finds itself in. It's Folds of Honor, something that they were trying to slap on the front of their super patriotic bottles that they were launching earlier in the summer by going, hey guys, we got camel bottles now, and that's very patriotic, and if you don't want to drink any of our products, that means that you hate America, you fucking commie pigs. Not quite exactly, the plea that they were hoping it was going to be, but that's how it came across instead of addressing the controversy that they have right there. But this right here, it might kind of seem like something that they're trudging out is just a really easy victory, and it obviously is. Like, I think we see this for exactly what it is, but their marketing that they've been doing recently, talking about the NFL stuff, it's been inoffensive, okay? Their best summer, most drinkable summer, whatever that awful ad campaign was, that one still just ended up shitting on their main demographic. Thought that was terrible. But the NFL one, it was fine. And they've just kind of built on that and moving in closer with this charity. All seems a good idea. And then also saying that you're also going to be, taking yourself out of the culture wars. It's the path to redemption. I'm all about that as well. Bud Light has announced a $3 million scholarship project for the families of America's fallen or disabled first responders, both of which, definitely good causes, potentially as a part of an effort to distance itself from the culture wars after Dylan Mulvaney partnership fiasco. The beleaguered beer brand's parent company, Anheuser-Busch, is providing the funds for affected spouses and children alongside Folds of Honor, its longest-standing charity partner of over 100 years. Really? Oh, okay. It comes after the popularity of the beer brand plummeted and sales dropped 30%. Yeah, and that's been consistent. That looks to be the long-term dig out when it comes to their sales. But, oh well, when conservative customers, right, those are the only people that decided to check out on Bud Light. Okay. Boycotted the drink over its partnership with 26-year-old tranny influencer Mulvaney in April. The beer giant's PR disaster went from bad to worse when it swiftly broke off the contract with Mulvaney. Yeah, see, this is where it gets a little bit more prickly. And former Bud Light employees accused leaders of cowardice for failing to support the influencer. So yeah, you're damned if you do, you're damned if you don't. That's what you end up getting when you try to court the left. It's never going to be enough. They're never going to be satisfied. And you just end up getting drug around by your nose by these people. You give them an inch, they take a mile of rope, and 42% of the time. Anyways, it could be seen as a ploy to regain the loyalty of the conservative shoppers. Yeah, I would say so. And you know what? Hey, man, if they did realize that they did monumentally fuck up, or fucked up rather. And I think the sales numbers and every perceivable figure that you can find kind of backs up that claim. And they're just going to go ahead and go, well, fuck it. Okay. Actions say more or do more than words. So let's just go back to our roots and, do something patriotic. Okay. We won't address anything that happened earlier this year. We're just going to show a consistent track record of doing good things by our consumers. Well, it's not as good. And I think an apology at this point in time would just be like, oh yeah, that's great. We're just enjoying other products right now. And you're just showing that you mean what you say and you say what you mean. That would most likely be the only way that you could kind of come back from a type of situation that you put yourself in at the beginning of 2023, which is wild to think about. We're almost at the end of 2023 and they're still trying to dig themselves out of this hole. This event is going to be studied in marketing textbooks the world over. I don't think, okay, and I don't think any company is just kind of vying for this now that most of the other CEOs, as we've talked about before in the past, a lot of other places are studying this situation as to how to avoid it in the future. We're never going to see anything like this for the prolonged effect to the campaign, the response from the corporate side of things, the amount of people that have just absolutely boycotted and avoided the brand, switched from the brand, memed the brand into oblivion. We're never going to see anything like this again. I think it would be more likely to see a high-profile court case like Johnny Depp, Amber Heard before we see another Bud Light situation. I think that's more likely. Both of which have an astronomically low possibility of ever happening again. That's just how confident I am that we're never going to see another Bud Light type situation with this level of effectiveness. Okay, there might be a company that just completely and totally commits seppuku next year, but that has this prolonged effect. I don't think so. Applications for the scholarship, which also in partnership with the NFL. See, that totally makes sense because their NFL partnership has been kind of lukewarm so far for as much effort as they've tried to put behind that. Oh boy, please help us out with that. And NFL, okay, it's also a big American brand, even though they've done some sus shit lately. So yeah, just trying to hop on, the veteran bandwagon. Seemed to work before. Is it going to continue? Maybe. Are now open and close on November 26th. Brendan Whitworth, the CEO of Anheuser-Busch, said the brand stands firm with veterans and responders. Anheuser-Busch is incredibly proud to be a founding partner, of Folds of Honor as we continue our 13-year mission. Yeah, that's kind of what I thought. What was this 100 years thing? Just hire a copy editor, Daily Mail. You're terrible. To make a powerful impact on the lives of the family and military veterans and first responders, he said in a statement. Together with the NFL, we stand firm in our commitment to supporting our local communities and serving those who serve. Yeah, okay. Never doubted your, serving those who serve, but supporting your local communities, you kind of been off on that in 2023. Todd Allen, VP of Marketing. Oh yeah, the guy who took over for Alyssa. Your brand is too fratty and you guys kind of have out of touch humor. But it's great because the funniest joke that was ever told by Bud Light was told by a woman. Every second around the country, first responders perform selfless acts of heroism with unwavering commitment to their community and country. That's why Bud Light is proud to come together with the NFL and its network of teams and communities nationwide to support Folds of Honor by recognizing the first responders behind these acts and assisting their families who sacrifice so much. Spokesperson for the NFL also shared the pride of being involved in the mission, honoring the dedication and sacrifice of first responders. And yeah, of course, these are all very agreeable positions. I'm not going to take that away, and that also doesn't make them bad at all. I think I've stated that very firmly so far. So yeah, if this was where we were going to end the video, there'd be nothing wrong with that. And hell, it wouldn't even be worthy of making a video. But trying to say that, yeah, we're going to go ahead and take ourselves out of the culture war. We're just going to wrap ourselves in some good old Americana. We're just going to try to come back and become America's best-selling beer and synonymous with cheap horse piss that'll get you drunk and make you forget about your fat wife for a little while you just sit back and watch a good old-fashioned American football game. I really wouldn't give a fuck. I would just go back to a pre-2023 thought process of never once thinking about alcohol. It's not my gimmick. It's not my jam. Never drank in my entire life. Never intend to either. But of course, as you can tell by the little time bar that's below you, if you're watching on YouTube or the Superior Rumble, you're going to notice that there's still a little little bit of time left on this video. And why is that? Because, well, Bud Light can't continue on a decent track record. They cannot go a week without fucking up. This is just the gift that keeps on giving, guys. Now, Bud Light faces fresh criticism. What did they do? The same thing that they always do, man. Trying to play both sides of the fence, you fucking idiots. And Bud Light is plagued with fresh calls to be boycotted after the beer brand sponsored a big gay pride event in Arizona over the weekend. You can't fucking make this shit up. Bro, this is what sank your company, or at least sank the brand. It tried to sink the company to begin with. And you just decided, nah, man, the pool's nice and warm now again. Let's just hop in now. The brand and its parent company, Anheuser, Busch, InBev, monopolized headlines beginning in April after a partner with tranny influencer, said Mulvaney, for a promotion, sparking boycotts by celebrities and individuals for months. Rapper? Is that the way that you'd refer to Kid Rock? K and country singers. Rap rock, new metal, like I've seen them categorized as many things, but Kid Rock is a rapper. That's a new one. And country singers John Rich, Travis Tritt are among the most well-known names called for a boycott to Bud Light, which ultimately led to drastic drop in sales. 30% can't be wrong consistently, month after month, week after week, holiday after holiday. Although it looked like the dust was starting to settle, social media users are criticizing the brand for co-sponsoring the Phoenix Pride Weekend festivals. It's fucking October, for Christ. October. And you need to have another Pride Festival. Like, Christ almighty. I thought October, when it comes to all of these goofy recognition months or Pride months, I thought it was Hispanic or Latinx. Sorry, don't want to be offensive. Latinx History Month or some shit like that for October, right? Or is it just spooky season? Or I guess it's, just a part of the Pride season that we're calling for, right? One social media user posted on X, formerly Twitter. We know. Stay away from Phoenix. This weekend's Phoenix Pride Festival presented by Bud Light will feature a drag show with kids invited. Oh my God. They're doing the worst thing they could possibly do. Sponsoring an all-ages drag show, you fucking idiots. And a drag group mocking Jesus, nuns, and woke Bud Light being woke Bud Light. They can't stop failing in real time. Supporting the boycott, one person replied to the post, "Boycott these anti-Americans. This is anti-American. The demons out this weekend. Sodom and Gomorrah and United U.S. Arizona edition." Another social media user said, "Oh, Christ almighty, man. Like, this shit fucking is nauseating." Not the all-ages drag show. At this point in time, I'm kind of immune to that degeneracy, but everybody just coming out and going and thumping their Bible, thinking that makes their point stronger. It's like, just go, like, stop sexualizing kids instead of going, Sodom and Gomorrah. It's like, Arizona's great. Have a lot of love for Arizona, but Phoenix, if Phoenix falls, the rest of the country will be fine. Be completely honest. The event was able to go ahead despite the backlash online, with the boycott not impacting festivities, according to the event's social media channels. Brand's initial controversy started, when Dylan Mulvaney shared in April that she was sent a personalized Bud Light can with a face on it to commemorate the first year of living as a woman. Which, remember the initial claim by Michael Ducaris, the CEO of InBev, right? He said that this was just one can, one post on social media, a lot of disinformation after that. Then, okay, go ahead and explain this now. Here we are, 6 months, just about 7 months, more than half of the year after the fact, and you're still out there spending money on alphabet mafia type activities. You go ahead and reconcile those 2 points. It's either just one can, one post, or it's the entire agenda. And now that it's been exposed, you're caught with your pants down because you can't cut off the funding that you already promised to this cartel, and you also can't continue to see your sales drop any further. It looks like they're the meme, the cartoon guy with the sweat off of his forehead with the 2 buttons that are right there. He decided to back the alphabet mafia, the cartel that deranked his company from their inclusivity score, that also joined in and galvanized the boycott as a both sides of the aisle situation. You decided that a micro percentile of people in the United States is more valuable than the people that would actually buy and consume your product. You get exactly what you deserve at this point in time, and I just cannot believe that we are this far into this shit, and Bud Light continues to massively fuck up. So with all that said, thank you all very much for the gift of your time. I've been Don Consuelo. I want you to follow your gut and get after it. Take care, everyone.